Okay, we are back for another tour of certain sections of City of Heroes. I currently stand before a dimensional portal in the zone called Peregrine Island. This portal is going to take us to where we're going to be touring now. It's an extra-dimensional realm, and it is known as the Shadow Shard. So here we go. We start off here in Firebase Zulu, as you saw on that load screen. Firebase Zulu. Let's use the old revealing of the map. And now we have the entire map open to view. The Shadow Shard is another dimension. It is home to about 4 different task forces, which will take you through different zones of the Shard. Here we have Dr. Quarterfield. He's a contact for one of the task forces, and his task force is truly the longest in the game. This is a task force that has been known to take many, many hours. Of course, there are ways to speed it up, but sometimes you just can't. We have a recon officer here talking to us about the Shard. He also mentions about vendors that sell flight packs. Now see, you're going to want that for this zone. This zone is not good for super speed, super jump, or even teleport self powers. Teleport self is okay, but those other two just won't cut it. For teleport self, you'll be doing a lot of teleporting to the point where you're going to be sick of teleporting by the time you're even halfway done. And here are some more details about the zone and the targets that you'll be facing within it. Okay. Yeah, he's going to send us on an orientation tour of the zone, but we're not really going to spend time with that. Here's some civilians. Here is your new best friend, the jetpack vendor. If you don't have the ability to fly already, you want to visit him before going anywhere in this zone. You will need it. There are 8 map badges in the zone, no history plaques. Also, the zone itself is home to a day job. Log out for 21 days and you get the day job. So first things first, we're going to start off the map badges with this one. Defying Gravity. Okay. Now let's head this away. And we have another badge coming up in this area. Ah, yes, and also here are the dimensional portals that take us to other sections of the Shard. The Chantry, the Cascades, the Storm Palace. The Storm Palace is a bit of a high-level zone. It can be a little hazardous if you're not careful. Here's our next map badge. Right there. So you can see we got some soldiers getting prepped. Over here we have the description of our latest badge acquisition. So far so good. And for Firebase Zulu, this is the portal that we need to go through. It's going to hop us to that island that we were looking at just across the way. You can't just fly to it. It won't work that way. You got to take that portal. See? I am now stopped. So now I got to go back. If I want to go back, I just got to hop through that portal again. Okay, so we have 6 more badges to get, and they're basically scattered over the zone. Let's zoom the map a little bit. Okay, we're close to the next one. And there it is. Yeah, looks like we're getting the sound effects of some battle as soldiers are fighting the enemies of the realm. We got some shard reflections of enemies like Nemesis, but the shard is home to the Rollaroo. Extra-dimensional beings, they can be a bit tough. They're also good at debuffing defense and weakening a character, making them more easy to kill, but they can be beaten, of course. They are not invincible. Okay, so now we're gonna go moving on. We're gonna head in this direction here. Flight mode up. As you can see, with all the floating land masses around, this is why I mentioned earlier that super speed and super jump aren't going to help you very much. You could use these geysers. They can propel you into the air and all that stuff and try to send you over to the next island, but don't be surprised if you miss and take a plunge. But don't worry, the plunge isn't fatal. Got some more Rollaroo here, another base that we've set up. And we approach the next badge. It's around here somewhere. Oh, looks like we got it. Can't see it, but again, as mentioned before in other vids, you don't need to see it, just be near it. Alpha Ranger. Okay, so now we move on in this direction for the next map badge. You can see all the pretty floating rocks and islands that we go past. I mean, like I said, you could try those geysers to get from island to island, but that's a bit tricky. A plunge, though, in this zone is not fatal. You will be taken care of if you take a plunge off any of these land masses. There are some who over the years have expressed that the shard get revamped a bit, probably for a little bit less traveling for the task forces, but okay, and there was the next map badge. Oops. And look at this. You stay in the Firebase Zulu shard area for a few moments and you get this extra badge too. So, not bad. Again, that badge is just staying in the shard for a few moments, so. Okay, we are on course for the next badge. Not quite sure what that is, but I know that we can't get to it. It could be the sun of this dimension, for all we know. If it's that dimension's sun, then this dimension's really backwards. But that's okay. We got something over there in the sky too. We'll be seeing something soon. More floating land masses, more enemies. Oh, we got some Nemesis that we could take out. Some Rollaroo. This zone is good for farming if you want to get 100 Overseers. 100 of those and you get a defeat badge. 100 fake Nemesis and you get a defeat badge also. We won't be spending any time harvesting those badges though tonight. We're just here for the exploratory badges. There's the next one. So now we move on. Some more land masses to fly over. As we come across the next one. Oh, it's around here somewhere. Oh, found it. Can't quite see it, but that, again, don't need to see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Dancer with Death. Okay. So, let's see now. We move on. Got another badge to pick up. If my count is correct, this should be the last badge for the Firebase Zulu. But then we have the other 3 shard dimensions to go through, which we'll be doing in separate vid files. Approaching another landmass. We have another base coming up. Checking. Oh yeah, this one badge should be up here. If memory serves, there it is. Yep, Shadow Architect. And we have the accolade for obtaining all 8 of the badges of the Firebase Zulu. That's good. All your Firebase, yeah. All your Firebase are belong to us. Okay. So, we did it. Okay, well that's a wrap of the Firebase Zulu zone of the Shadow Shard. As you can see, aside from those 8 map badges, it's just a bunch of floating land masses and rock. But again, there's plenty of targets to farm if you're looking for the certain defeat badges, be it Rollaroo or Fake Nemesis. Do a little flying around here. We'll show a little bit more of the zone. That rotating spheroid over there, that's pretty much where we came in. But we really don't need to fly all the way back. It's a bit of a flight, so I think we'll show you just what happens when you manage to take a fall. Oh no, I'm falling forever. Ah! Oops, well, what do you know? You just got teleported back to the beginning of the zone. Oh, combat medic. Okay. Get some inspirations if you need any. Some NPCs. This is basically the hospital area, so. Alright. And this takes care of the tour for badges for Firebase Zulu. Our next stop will be a next part of the shard. It'll be the Cascades. So, we'll see you there.